Okay, so here we go. I'm going to show you how to make a yarn wreath that's kind of going to look like this. We're doing a variation of this one. It's festive, isn't it? It's real nice. But we're going to do a variation of this one. And I'm going to show you even how to do a little hooky thing that my dad taught me how. And so, here we go. So first let's go through some of the supplies that you're going to need. You're going to obviously need some yarn, as this sucker is wrapped in it. So I usually get my yarn at Walmart because it's cheaper and you get a lot, but you can also get yarn at Hobby Lobby. I checked there, they have a lot of festive colors, but this came from Walmart and they did not have it at Hobby Lobby. So, fun fact for you. So you're going to need that. You're going to need a wreath form, which I've already got this one started to show you, but I got just this one because it's cheaper. The styrofoam stuff is insanely expensive. So this stuff is about $3.99, a lot cheaper than $8.99 that the styrofoam stuff is. And I leave the plastic wrap on it to give it kind of a more even feel. And this one is also rounder when the styrofoam has square edges. So that you're going to need wreath form, yarn, okay, and a letter. I have a letter H here because I'm making this one for my mom's friend Dana. And her last name starts with H. So, there you go. You'll need a letter. You need a thingy of ornaments. This is a star that I bought from Target. I like this size because it fits on the wreath better. If you want to do larger ones, you go right ahead and let me know how that goes. But this is, you need some ornaments, at least if you want to do this one. And then you're going to need a hot glue gun, which is a crafter's best friend. Also the best friend of a second grade teacher. So let's get started. And also, if you notice in this one, I have painted this letter green. I'm leaving this one white. So if you want to paint your letter, go right ahead. You're obviously going to need the color paint that you want. And I highly suggest sponge brushes for this kind of stuff. So first I'm going to show you how to kind of wrap the wreath. I've started it, and also my yarn has lost its form. But, so really, this is kind of how, this goes kind of how you think it's going to. So you're just going to wrap it. I like to keep it as close to me as possible. So I'm going to come down here and show you how I'm doing this. So you just kind of wrap it around. So this is easy. And I usually kind of go around something, you know, a section twice to give it kind of a good feel. This one, the one I did for my parents, I didn't use the whole thing of yarn, which I had quite a bit left, but I do believe I'm probably going to use the whole one for this one to kind of get a fuller look and a fuller bit of texture here. So anyway, that's basically it, and I'm going to use some iMovie Magic, and I'm going to be done with this in like a nanosecond. So hang tight. Okay, boom. So here, after a little bit of a fight with some yarn, I'm done wrapping the wreath form. So, yeah, so that's kind of what it looks like whenever you're done. This one's kind of wonky because it kind of had a humpy wreath. So, but that gives it a little bit of character. No, it gives it character. So, anyway, so this is what you have whenever you're done with the yarn. Alright, wrapping it. This is your wrap wreath form. Okay. So now what you're going to do is cut off a little bit of yarn. Alright. And we're going to come back to it later. Okay. So now what we're going to do is, I probably should have done this already. I'm going to plug up the glue gun. So, I like to place the letter kind of on the side. So, and maybe give it a little, make it a little crooked, just, you know, be cool with it. And, so, really that's it. And so what I'm going to do, since this letter is kind of heavy, it's kind of thick, I'm going to put quite a bit of glue. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a big dot right there. Let's see. And then I'm going to put another big dot right here. Let's see, put some down here. Okay. So now let's place it and kind of see how that goes. And push down pretty hard on it to make sure it's going to stay. Because it's not staying. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to try to stick some down right there. There we go. And I'm also going to lift this up and put some right here. So maybe it'll stay on there a little bit better. Alright, so there's our letter. I'm going to try to make it a little bit more secure right here with some more glue. Also a warning, a cat may walk through here. So I think that this is pretty good. Once that dries, I think it'll be on there pretty and be pretty stable. So there's our H on there. Since this one's bigger, I'm going to go ahead and kind of leave it like this and maybe do the ornaments like right here. So now let's get to gluing the ornaments. I like to cluster them. So I just start with them. I just kind of, let's see, I'm going to get out a couple here. So there's kind of 4 different designs, 4 different textures. So, you know, you just kind of lay them out how you think you might like them, and then just get to gluing. It's really not that hard. So I'm just going to start, you know, placing them. So it's really just kind of however you want to do it. I mean, this is your baby. This is your wreath, and you can do whatever you want. So I'm going to get another glue stick. No, not yet. Okay. So this is kind of boring, the gluing part. But alright, take 2 on this. So now I'm showing you how to make the loop because we're done with the wreath. So, scarf. Okay, so we're done with the wreath. This is what it looks like. Bam. Real nice. Really, really simple. So the most time-consuming part is wrapping it. So, anyway, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make the hanger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a loop. So I think this will probably be big enough. So I'm just going to tie it. This may be too big, but you can always, this is just for the concept, okay? So just tie it in a loop. And then what you're going to do, this is going to be too long, but so you're just going to, this is what you're going to do. You want it to kind of hang, however you want it to hang. You can choose. And you just, so what you do, is you kind of do like they do tags on some clothes, you know. How they, listen, I think I know how. Okay, so you pull it like this. And there is your hanger. Now, of course, it probably will be, you'll probably do yours a little bit smaller. And I'm going to redo this one. But this is just for the concept because this shows up better on the camera. But yeah, so that's how you do it. So, you can make a yarn wreath. So, happy holidays. Feliz Navidad. Have a great Christmas. If I don't do another tutorial, because I'm not, but I mean, this is about the extent of my holiday talents at this point. So, boom, there you go. Yay, go team.